Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay and this is my YouTube channel. I make a lot of lifestyle and book content and you should subscribe. Today, as you can tell, we have a lot of boxes to open. I really want to open these right now, so this is what you get. I'm sorry. It's 10 in the morning. Before you're like, how do you even have that much money to spend? I don't. I really don't. Long story short, I'm not going to explain everything, but I got a free Amazon gift card and so I bought a bunch of books with it. There's also 2 books that aren't here yet. I'll explain why later in the video, but they won't be here till late January and I'm not waiting that long. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the books that aren't packaged at all. My cats are chasing each other right now. They literally wait until I'm filming a video to make the most noise. The first 2 books I have here are Christmas books because I'm doing a little Christmas video for you guys. But we have 2 books here. This one's called Kiss Her Once for Me. Literally everyone has this book. Literally everyone has this book and has been reading this book, partially because it was the book of the month book. I know that. I just needed some Christmas books for this video. It's about this girl named Ellie who had a bookstore meet cute with a woman she fell in love with over the course of a single night. But after a betrayal the next morning and the loss of her job soon after, she finds herself adrift, alone and desperate for money. And then she finds work at a local coffee shop and meets Andrew, and I'm sure it goes from there. I've actually heard good things about it, so I am excited to read it. And now my camera's about to die. I've done 1 book. Okay, sorry if the angle's a little bit different, but had to change the battery. The other Christmas book that I bought was All I Want for Christmas. I've also seen a lot of people read this book, but I really wanted to read it and the cover is just so cute. I love it. It's just so colorful and Christmassy and it's really short. It's like just over 300 pages, so it should be just a quick, easy read. It's basically about these 2 people, Sadie and Max. They're selected as contestants on a reality singing show and then they're paired up for a duet and stun the world with their romantic onstage chemistry. They fake a relationship until their final performance and they also can't stand each other. It says, except for one small problem. Sadie and Max can't stand each other. Then we have The House in the Cerulean Sea. I actually didn't order this. I got this at Barnes & Noble because it was like the buy one, get one 50% off and I had to. I just had to, you know? So I'm really excited to read this though. I've heard really good things about this book. A magical island, a dangerous task, and a burning secret. The House in the Cerulean Sea is an enchanting love story masterfully told about the profound experience of discovering an unlikely family in an unexpected place and realizing that family is yours. So it sounds so cute, but it sounds like maybe I might cry. I don't know. The cover is just so cute. Like, look at it. It's just so colorful and cute. I love it so much. This is the other book that I got at Barnes & Noble for the 50% off, and it's My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I've also seen a lot of people reading this lately, and I saw it sitting on the table, and I just read the first page, and I was like, okay, I'm sold. I'm buying it right now. I don't know, I'm very interested in reading this. It's like a different type of vibe than I've ever read. I don't know how to explain it, but the little spine is also so cute too. It's like a hot pink, I love it. Okay, and then the last 2 books I did order, but like they came in a package with my cat's water fountain that I bought. So I just took them out because I had to open that package. I got Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I've been wanting this book forever. First of all, the cover is so cute, and why is there a little goat on it? There's a little goat. So it's like city and farm. I actually have no idea what this is about, to be honest. He's 10 years younger than her. They're complete opposite, yet their chemistry is undeniable. Bringing Daniel into her world is impossible, and yet she just can't give up the joy she's found with him either. With so many differences between them, how can Alexis possibly choose between her world and his? Okay, I love it. I'm sold. I've seen this at Target so many times, and then when I got the Amazon gift card, I was like, I'm gonna buy it. And then the other book that was in that package was, this kind of like gives away a bunch of the books that I bought. So actually I'm gonna wait. So never mind. I think we're gonna open these little boxes first. This one's actually from Book Depository. I ordered this forever ago, but it came like at the same time as these, so perfect timing. I ordered this so long ago, but I know exactly what it is, and I know exactly why I ordered it from Book Depository. It's so fucking pretty. I don't know if this is the like original version of this book, but I saw this pink version on Instagram and I was sold. I've been wanting to read this book. I just really don't like hardcovers. I don't own any. The only hardcover book I have is Atomic Habits, but there are some hardcover books I want. I just can't bring myself to buy them because they're like so much more expensive than paperbacks, and I just like the flimsiness of paperbacks, you know what I mean? And then I saw this and it was a paperback and I was like, oh my gosh. So I went on Amazon and they didn't have it on Amazon, and the only place that I could find this pink cover was Book Depository. So yeah, once again, not sure if this is the UK version or what, but I just know that it's so freaking pretty, and the little knights are like sparkly. Look at it. Like, you can't tell me that's not so gorgeous. I love it so much. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this cover, but I am. This box is from Amazon. I want to know what book was so important that they put it in its own box. Jesus Christ. This gives away a lot of the books that I have ordered, but it got its own package, so I think it deserves to be shown. This is the 4th book in the Addicted series, and as you can tell, I am missing one, which is the 3rd book, which is in one of these boxes. I have only read the first 2, but when I got that free Amazon gift card, which by the way wasn't like a gift or anything, it was like all my doing. Like, it was like points that I had earned that I bought an Amazon gift card for, if that makes sense. Yes, I could have used the Amazon gift card for a lot more other things that probably would be 10 times more useful. I love books. I'm doing it for my own happiness. Opening these boxes is so enjoyable for me. Okay, now we're gonna do bags. We'll do this little bag first. In 5 Years by Rebecca Surley. I was at the bookstore and I saw this sitting on the table while I was standing in the checkout line, and I like read the back of it and I was so interested, but then I had to keep moving in line and I wasn't at the store to buy different books. I was actually at the bookstore to buy those Christmas books, so I didn't buy it. But this is like a really short book. It's like only 250 pages, but I'm gonna read the back to you because I thought it was so interesting. Danny Cohen lives her life by the numbers. She is nothing like her lifelong best friend, the wild, whimsical, believes in fate Bella. Danny's meticulous planning seems to have paid off after she nails the most important job interview of her career and accepts her boyfriend's marriage proposal in one fell swoop, falling asleep completely content. But when she awakens, she's suddenly in a different apartment with a different ring on her finger and beside a very different man. Danny spends exactly 1 hour, 5 years in the future before she wakes again in her own home on the brink of midnight, and it is 1 hour she cannot shake. And 5 years is an unforgettable love story, but it is not the one you're expecting. I've never read a book with this kind of plot, so I'm really intrigued. And it's not a super long book, which I like because it's just like whenever you want just a quick easy read, perfect go-to. And the cover is so cute. I love it. I love cute covers. I love all the covers coming out in recent years because they're way cuter. There's not like men with just their abs on the front cover. Like, I do not want that shit on my shelf. No thank you. Okay, now we have this package. There's only 1 book in here. Why do they do this? They're wasting so much. The Sweetest Oblivion by Danielle Laurie. Actually, the funny story about this book is that this is the first book in the Maid series, which I actually didn't know because I had the 3rd book in my Amazon wish list. I was like, oh yeah, I want to go buy that book immediately because I've been wanting to read it so bad. And then when I clicked on it, I love how Amazon does this. It's like book 3 of 3 of the Maid series, and I was like, oh, okay, so I'm not getting this book today. The second one is called The Maddest Obsession, but the one that I had in my cart was, oh yeah, The Darkest Temptation. And I know it's like a dark romance, I think, so one of my faves. Nicknamed Sweet Abelli for her docile nature, Elena smiles on cue and has a charming response for everything. Now all she can see in the mirror's reflection is blood staining her hands like crimson paint. They say first impressions are everything. In the murky waters of New York's underworld, Elena's sister is arranged to marry Nicholas Russo, a made man, a boss, a cheat, even measured against mafia standards. His reputation stretches far and wide and is darker than his black suits and his ties. After his and Elena's first encounter ends with an accidental glare on her part, she realizes he's just as rude as he he is handsome. She doesn't like the man or anything he stands for, though that doesn't stop her heart from pattering like rain against glass when he's near, nor the shiver that goes down her spine at the sound of his voice. And he's always near, telling her what to do, making her feel hotter than any future brother-in-law should. Elena may be the sweet Abelli on the outside, but she's beginning to learn she has a taste for the darkness, for rough hands, cigarettes, and whiskey-colored eyes. Having already escaped one scandal, however, she can hardly afford to be swept up in another. Besides, even if he was hers, everyone knows you don't fall in love with a made man, right? Like, tell me that shit doesn't sound so interesting. Here's the last bag, and then we're on to boxes. Why was there a bunch of foam in there? Well, if you see styrofoam in my hair, I do apologize. Okay, there's 3 books in here. We're gonna pull them out one at a time. This is the 3rd book in the Addicted series, aka the next one that I need to read. And if you don't know what the series is about, basically it's about Lily and Lo, and Lily is addicted to sex, Lo is addicted to alcohol, and it's like a friends to lovers. I don't want to like ruin the first book for you guys, but the like plot of them both being addicts is like so interesting because it goes into so much depth with like their addictions as well as their love for each other. It gives me the same vibe as like the ACOTAR series where it's like found family, and I love that aspect. All Lily's sisters are also in the book, as well as like some of their friends that they make, and so it's like a big group of people, and it just feels like such a family, and I love it. This is probably my favorite romance series, honestly, and I'm so excited to read the rest. But this is the 3rd book, so this one comes before the one I showed you earlier that's called Thrive. Alice Feeney, His and Hers. I'm so excited to read this. I just read Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, and it was really good. I loved it. It was actually my first like mystery thriller book, believe it or not. I don't really read mystery or thriller. I'm mostly into like fantasy and romance, but I did stray because I heard a lot of good things about Alice Feeney, and this book sounds really interesting. A dark, twisty read that is sure to secure her status as one of the best psychological thriller writers on the block. There are 2 sides to every story, yours and mine, ours and theirs, his and hers, which means someone is always lying. That's literally all the black. That's literally all the back says. And this is also another pretty short one. It's only just over 300 pages. It's 305. I kind of like how Alice Feeney makes a lot of shorter books because they're just so easy to get through and all the chapters end in cliffhangers. And then the last book in this package is, oh, okay. So guys, I have something to admit to you. I bought my first manga, which I know you're probably like, what the f? I never expected you to read manga. Me neither. I really never expected me to be interested in this, but I've been watching Throne of Pages. I love her so much. I love her YouTube channel. She loves manga so much, and so she makes me want to read it. And my sister has been trying to get me to read it forever. So I was like, what's the best series to start with? And she said Heartstopper. So I bought the first book in the Heartstopper series, and I'm actually really excited. The cover is so cute. If you didn't know, manga is just like graphic novels. So I've never really been into graphic novels, but I decided to branch out since I had this Amazon gift card. I might as well use it to branch out to new different genres. So I'm really excited to start this because if I like it, that's gonna be so fun. And it's also a Netflix series. I hate when they do this. Why do you ruin the cover by putting this fake sticker? You could just put it in the cover. I don't know. All right, so I'm actually going to open this box first because it's already open, because I had a bunch of packages the other day that were Christmas presents, and I opened all of them, and I didn't think books were gonna come that soon because I had ordered them like the day before. So I opened this thinking it was a Christmas present, and it was books. So since I already know what these ones are, I may as well show you. The first one in this box is Throttled, which is the first book in the Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher. This is a dark romance, and it's really small compared to the Heartstopper book. It's like so small, but it's a story about Maya and Noah. Maya is Noah's forbidden temptation, and the fact that it's a dark romance, love it so much. I'm excited to get to that series.
What are you doing?
The next book in this box is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I've been seeing this book literally everywhere, and I've wanted it so bad for so long. And I've also heard that it's really spicy, which I wouldn't expect. I don't know why. But it's also a different kind of trope that I don't read very much, which it's like she's grumpy and he's sunshine, which is usually, you know, the other way around. It's about this figure skater named Anastasia and a hockey player named Nathan. I didn't expect it to be this big. I think it's like 400 pages. I don't know why. I just expected it to be like closer to 300, but I'm super excited to read this. The cover is so cute. The next book I have is Haunting Adeline, which I'm so excited to read. This is a fat book. I don't really look at how many pages a book is before I buy it. I've never done that, but it's like over 500 pages. I've heard so many good things about this. This is also dark romance, forbidden romance. The manipulator. I can manipulate the emotions of anyone who lets me. I will make you hurt, make you cry, make you laugh and sigh, but my words don't affect him, especially not when I plead for him to leave. He's always there, watching and waiting, and I can never look away, not when I want him to come closer. The shadow. I didn't mean to fall in love, but now that I have, I can't stay away. I'm mesmerized by her smile, by her eyes, and the way she moves, the way she undresses. I'll keep watching and waiting until I can make her mine, and once she is, I'll never let her go. Okay! And the last book in this box is Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. This is the first book in the Brutal Birthright series, and I'm really excited to read this series. The cover is also super cute. The Griffins and the Gallows have been battling for control of Chicago's underworld for generations. Oh, cool. So it's like a romance fantasy. I'm also excited to start reading Sophie Lark's books. I want to get more into her because I've heard a lot of good things about her, so. All right, we're on to the second to last box. Oh, the second book in the Zodiac series. I'm so excited about this. This book is huge. But this is Zodiac Academy Ruthless Fae. This is the second book. I love the first book. I've been waiting so long. It's finally here. I don't know when I'll be getting to this because my TBR is now ginormous. But it's fine. I have all the time in the world. Okay, so now we have two of the books in the Calloway Sisters series. Long Way Down is the fourth book in the Calloway Sisters series, and Fuel the Fire I think is the third. Yes, Fuel the Fire is the third book. If you didn't know, the Calloway Sisters series is the spin-off for the Addicted series because it goes into depth with all of her sisters. She has 3 other sisters and also their friends. These are 2 of the new covers, and I'm so excited. I did buy the entire series, but I do not have the first book or the 5th book yet in the Calloway Sisters series because the new covers, these ones, weren't available on Amazon, and I was not about to have 2 books that didn't match. So I went on this Australian website and bought the first and second books in the new covers, but they won't be here literally forever, like I said, till probably late January, so I'm not waiting that long. And all these books will be on display in my household. And the last book in this box is Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I've seen this book a couple places, especially on Instagram, and the cover is absolutely stunning. Like, look at that. It's literally absolutely beautiful. And this is a fantasy about this girl named Xingyin. I think that's how you say it, Xingyin. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. A captivating and romantic debut fantasy inspired by the legend of Chang'e, the Chinese moon goddess, in which a young woman's quest to free her mother pits her against the most powerful immortal in the realm. So I'm super excited to read this. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and honestly the cover just sold me. Like, it's literally gorgeous, so. And now on to our last box. Are you sad? I kind of am. Oh my gosh. There's a ton of books in this box. First we have Better Than the Movies. I've heard so many incredible things about this book. This is Haley Pham's favorite book of the year. If a book is somebody's favorite book of the year, I think that means a lot and I should read it. But I've heard so many good things about this, and the cover is literally so adorable. Then we have the 5th book in the Addicted series, Addicted After All. Yeah, I've already explained this, so here's the cover if you want to see it. Then we have Heart of the Raven Prince. I heard Sarah Caroli say a lot of good things about this book. This is like a series that is like princess retelling. So this one's a Cinderella retelling. I'm really excited. There's also the Snow White retelling that I really, really want. It's on my Amazon wish list. I really wanted that one too, but I thought I would read this one first. And the cover is super cute. I always just say that, but. Then we have Juniper Hill. No, I did not buy the first book in this series. I just went straight to the second one. I've heard better things about this one than the first one, and people say you don't have to read them in order, so I'm not. So here we have Juniper Hill. This is a pretty short book as well, barely 300 pages. Memphis Ward arrives in Quincy, Montana on the 5th worst day of her life. She needs a shower, a snack, she needs some sanity, because moving across the country with her newborn baby is by far the craziest thing she's ever done. Okay, single mom trope. But maybe it takes a little crazy to build a good life. If putting the past behind her requires 1,000 miles in a new town, she'll do it if it means a better future for her son. Even if it requires setting aside the glamour of her former life. Even if it requires working as a housekeeper at the Eloise Inn and living in an apartment above a garage. It's there on the 5th worst day of her life that she meets the handsomest man she's ever laid eyes on. Knox Eden is a beautiful, sinful dream and a chef and her temporary landlord. With his sharp, stubbled jaw and tattooed arms, he's raw and rugged and everything she's never had and never will. Because after the first worst day of her life, Memphis learned a good life requires giving up on her dreams too, and a man like Knox Eden will only ever be a dream. This cover is so pretty too. I absolutely love it, but I'm super excited to get to this. This is the Eden series, I think that's what it's called. But this is the second book. The first book is blue. I forget what it's called, but I know it's blue, so. And then this is the second book in the Calloway Sister series, Hot House Flower. So as you can see, I'm just missing the 1st and 5th, which will be here later in January. The next book I have is A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows by Holly Renee. I've actually never heard anything about this book. I've never heard a single person talk about it. I just really like the cover. Destiny or desire, where does your allegiance lie? I am told my union to the crown prince will determine the fate of the kingdom. But it isn't my betrothed who haunts my dreams. It's the half-breed prince who stands at his side. He is darkness and sin, and when he whispers promises of wickedness in my ear, I crave a man who I can't have. Every thought I have is treasonous, the way my hands ache to touch him deceitful. Even my dreams make me a traitor to the kingdom I am sworn to protect. But when the kingdom is attacked, I am forced to make choices I am not prepared for. Our lies and deception are entangled in the shadows and stars, and as they unravel, so shall my fate. Betray a kingdom or betray my heart. Yeah, so forbidden romance, you know how it goes. This is actually a really, really short book. I think it's like, yeah, not even 300 pages. Once again, love little short books. But yeah, I'm super excited to read this. I love reading books that I haven't heard much about because I just go into it expecting nothing, knowing nothing. And last but not least, the final book of this haul is King of Wrath by Ana Huang. This is the first book in the Kings of Sins, which this is her newest book, and I've heard amazing things about this book. I've heard that it's better than the Twisted series, and I'm literally so excited to read it. I'm glad this was the final book. This wraps up the haul perfectly. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe because I'm sure there will be plenty of hauls in 2023 and you don't want to miss those. You also don't want to miss all of my opinions on all of these books. Also follow my Instagram. I do a lot of book reviews over there, so books that I really don't necessarily talk about on my YouTube channel are reviewed over there. You can join in on little things that I do on my YouTube channel, like asking questions, doing polls on what videos you guys want to see. So it's a little family over there and you should go follow. I'm gonna go put all of these on my bookshelf. So I'll see y'all next time. Bye.